Hi, my name's Cayman Carter. I'm with S&B Filters. S&B's been around since 1975, making air filters at the cornerstone of our business. We've expanded into a bunch of other markets, making a bunch of other products, but filters have always been the core of our business. S&B got started in 1975. It was by a couple. Started that business to make a high-performance air filter. Carried on their legacy in 2003. My family bought the company. We were making private label air filters for a couple of years, and we decided to start making our own branded air filters, start making our own branded cold air intakes. And so from 2003 and on, that's what we've been doing, focusing on the S&B brand. The early stages of S&B, we got a big deal from Fram, the air hog. So S&B went from just a handful of employees up to 100, 150 employees within just a few years after being awarded that deal. That really showed the importance of building a brand because the air hog didn't pan out like Fram thought it would. So we scaled our operations in hopes to prepare for fulfilling the North American pipeline. That basically completely went away, and S&B was forced to start focusing on the brand to grow the business. One thing for sure is we're not a bunch of bankers. We wear t-shirts and don't even own a suit. So we're not, financial guys that just go around, plucking off companies. We want something that's a sustainable business that's going to last a long time, that complements what we're already doing and complements our manufacturing. So if it's a market that we already cater to, or if this acquisition helps our manufacturing capabilities so we can develop more product and get better, that's something that really excites us. We look at things for 10 plus years, not for the next 2-3 years like most companies do. So the cornerstone of S&B has always been its manufacturing. We pride ourselves in having vertical manufacturing so we can control both the raw material all the way up to the finished good and really try to make everything we possibly can in-house. This is a flow bench, but it also has our dust capabilities of measuring how much dust gets sucked through the filter, how much dust gets held by the filter, then how much better it flows than the stock filter. So those are the three things we measure. This is the fine dust that we use for our UTV testing, so you can see the fineness of the dust. We're shooting dust onto the filter. So right now we're at 400 CFM, so we'll test to the max rated CFM of the vehicle, and we're gonna be measuring how much dust gets pulled through the filter. Then we're also measuring just the overall flow of the filter, like I mentioned, so how much better it flows compared to stock. So we always want to flow better, we always want to filter better, we always want to hold more dust. Getting into the UTV market, we got in, I want to say around 2014, 2013, and we got in through the particle separator. We did not do anything with UTVs up until that 2014 year. So we developed a particle separator, which was completely new and different. Nobody's heard of a particle separator. Everybody was just used to changing out their filter and replacing their filter very often or after every ride. Using the technology on the military helicopters, I don't know how he kind of came up with the idea or knew where to look, but I guess he saw Blackhawks landing in the desert and said, how are these things still flying if there's dust everywhere? So we basically figured out what they were doing. They're tapping into the exhaust to give it themselves a scavenge. We use a fan. That really got us into the market. It was hard. It's harder to go into a market and educate a market at the same time, but it was definitely worth it because it's something that's been sustainable for the last 10, 11 years. We continue to see crazy growth in the UTV space, and when you have something that's different and innovative, you don't have to go compete on price and just be another Me Too or change something small. So we really changed the game, had something that nobody else had. And the cool thing about the UTVs is they've just changed like crazy. Seems like every year a new UTV's coming out that's doing something new and different, and they're not just changing small things. So it's been fun for our team. We have a great group of engineers that's been able to take the core of the particle separator technology, but then apply it to these different UTVs. So whether if it's doing a new particle separator that's tucked up into the fender, or making one that flows enough CFM for a H2 Kawasaki that has a supercharger. That's something that we love. That's the challenge that we love. Or if it's, we want to condense the technology into a small package through a helmet particle separator with a blower on one end and a scavenge fan on the other. Those are all things that we've loved to do over the years and we've been able to do very successfully. So we're developing an intake for the H2. We've been developing intakes for a long time, not for UTVs. But the process to get to the 3D printed phase, which what we're in now, is first we bring in the vehicle, we have the whole vehicle scanned so we can figure out all the space that we can utilize to make a huge airbox, huge filter, and a tube that swoops down to the supercharger. So we got it in, we scanned it, we got it onto the computer, and we really maximized everything on the vehicle. So now we're on our third to fourth 3D print. So we'll get this installed into the vehicle, make sure it fits up nice and neat, everything works as it can be, and the filter can easily be removed from the airbox and it flows awesome. After this phase, we'll be going into production. We'll be making aluminum molds to make the plastic housing. That gets done in-house and made in-house. Then the filter, we need to make compression molds for both the filter top, filter base. Then we do all the pleating for the filter here. So it'll all come together here in the summer for the H2. And these supercharged engines, I should add, just absolutely love airflow. So that's why when we saw the supercharged car come out, we were all over it. We know that if you give the supercharger clean, cool, smooth air that's not restricted, it's just gonna make a whole bunch of power. So we can't wait to hear this thing. We'd love to be first to market on things, and especially when a new vehicle comes out, everybody's attacking it, trying to get parts out. While we try our absolute hardest to get product out, we understand how important it is to do all the homework, to do all the testing. There's nothing that really can't be skipped over. We have our checklist, we go through them. We won't miss any steps when we bring a new product out to the market. We always want to release a particle separator. That's the first. That's what we're known for in the UTV space. We'll also release replacement filters for the airbox. So those will come out shortly after. Then in this case, we're doing the whole airbox intake kit for the H2. So that's something that's going to take a little bit longer because there's a lot of new things that we're doing here. So we're excited at S&B, and we're family-owned, enthusiastic group upstairs of engineers, and we're just trying to do some very cool things in the marketplace. So we're excited with this H2. It's really getting our feet wet with doing something different just than a particle separator. So we hope this kind of segues us into doing more and new different things for the marketplace using the manufacturing that we have.